Issaquah is under the direction of head coach Chris Bennett. They come in with a 3-2 record and 2-0 in conference play. 2 weeks ago, they beat Newport High School 48-28 in an impressive statement-type victory. Just last week, they beat Roosevelt 35-13 in a blowout. Some key players to watch for the Eagles are number 5, Jack Gelatley, a running back, senior, 5'11", 210-pound player. Another player to watch, number 13, Jack Neary, the senior quarterback. Number 10, wide receiver Tommy Nelson is his favorite target. And the last player to watch for the Eagles is number 9, Derek Chapman, a wide receiver and defensive back, and is a senior on this team. Now here's Riley Brown with some players to watch for the Garfield Bulldogs.
Yeah, Marshall, some key players to watch for on this Bulldog offense is number 1, Rashad Swank Jones. I expect him to pick up some yards on the ground and through the air today. He leads the team in receptions, while Antoine Patton, number 23, leads the team in rushing. Dominic Lewis, number 14, quarterback, who is really only a threat on the ground, has only thrown 20 passes all season.
All right, we are just about set for kickoff here as number 2 for Garfield, Aiden Newtall, is just about ready. The whistle sounds and we're off. It's a squib kick down the middle. Gets back to the back line of Issaquah. The returner brings it up the right-hand side. Looks for running room in the middle, but is brought down by number 52, Ian Calvert. The ball will be spotted on the Issaquah 36-yard line, and that's right where Jack Neary and the Issaquah offense will start. What have you seen out of this Issaquah offense so far this season, Riley?
This season, Issaquah probably passes 80% of the time. They rarely won the ball, and when they do it effectively. They pass the ball effectively as well. Yep. I look for number 10, Tommy Nelson, to be the top target tonight.
Yeah, Tommy Nelson is one of Neary's favorite targets out there. He's lined up on the left side in this formation. The shotgun formation, Neary takes a snap, hands it off to running back. Looks like a 7 or 8 yard gain on the play by number 25, Ethan Copel. Number 5, Jack Gelatley's not back there. Looks like he's sidelined right now. Neary takes the snap at his own 39, looks left, complete to Tommy Nelson, his favorite target, all the way out to the 50-yard line for Issaquah, first down.
He did a good job looking off the safety, looking right first, then looking back left.
That's what I've seen Neary do so well this year. He's got great vision out there and really looks off all the defensive backs. It'll be 1st and 10 at about the 50-yard line for the Issaquah Eagle offense. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the right. Neary takes the snap, looks right, pump fakes, rolls out right. No pressure, looks deep left. Wide open wide receiver. It's on the end zone for a touchdown. Issaquah.
Wow, he had
Jeff Shipley.
He had so much time in the pocket.
No pressure at all on Neary as Shipley's wide open down the left-hand side of the field. 50-yard touchdown pass by the senior Jack Neary.
Anyone can be an effective quarterback with that amount of time.
Poor coverage in the backfield as well. Shipley's wide open.
The Bulldogs should not expect to win this game if they can't get any more pressure on their quarterback.
Jason Schwartz on here to kick for the Eagles. Up 6-0 at the moment, pending the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. With just 11 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Issaquah Eagles lead it here 7-0. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Issaquah High School as the Issaquah Eagles just completed a 55-second touchdown drive of a little bit over 64 yards. Jason Schwartz is here to kick off for the Eagles. Pops it up left. Number 23, Antoine Patton with the return up the right side. Finds some space, cuts down middle, is brought down at Garfield at their own 29-yard line.
Issaquah has all the momentum. The Bulldogs cannot afford for a 3-and-out or anything like that. They need to put a drive together or else this game could end up bad.
That's true. Garfield comes in with a 1-4 record on the year under head coach David Myers. Their only win of the season coming in their first game against Franklin, 10-6. Issaquah players yelling to the sideline as it looks like they only have 10 men on the field. Now the 11th comes out. Be first down and 10 for the Garfield Bulldogs at their own 30-yard line. It's a pitch to number 5 who looks like he was going to lose some yards there, but found a hole, got a 4-yard gain.
He mishandled the ball on the play. Could have been dangerous.
Winfred Robertson right there. Plays 5 positions on this team. As you can see, almost fumbled, cut back. Found a little hole up in the middle. Looks like about a 2nd and 6 or 7 here for the Garfield Bulldogs. Fumble in the backfield, number 5, Winfred Robinson picks it up, but still it would be a loss of about 2 yards.
This Garfield team looks really sloppy to start this game. They better get their act together. Their offense is really bunched. They don't seem to even show that they're a threat through the air.
Yeah, there's looks like poor communication between the quarterback and center right now. Ball's going to get loose, and Issaquah's going to hop on that sooner or later. Looks like it'll be 3rd and about 8 here for the Bulldogs at their own 32-yard line.
Critical play for the Bulldogs.
The quarterback takes the snap, rolls out left. The lefty throws right. Tries to hit number 32, Liam Albright, but it is off his fingertips. As it looks like the punt team will come on the field for the Bulldogs, and it's a 3-and-out for Garfield.
I know it's early in this game, but Issaquah really needs a stop here. Oh, I mean, excuse me, Garfield.
Fourth and about 8 here as Garfield punts it away. A low kick. The returner takes it, bouncing. Finds room up the right-hand side and is still pushing. Finally pushed out around the 50-yard line. Number 17, Keegan O'Keefe on the return. With 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Issaquah Eagles are up 7-0. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Gary Moore Stadium here. The Eagles have a short field on their hands as they start at the 50-yard line. Neary takes it, hands it off to the right. Number 25, Ethan Copel finding some room down the right side for about a 7 or 8 yard gain on the play. It's a small guy in there, finding some holes so far.
Yeah, he looks really quick. Hard to tackle a guy like that.
I'm not sure Gelatley. I haven't seen Gelatley in the play yet. That might be something to watch if the game is close down the stretch, but it's not looking like it right now. Neary takes the snap, hands it off, and is stuffed in the backfield by number 52.
Injury on the play.
Ian Calvert on that tackle. It looks like there's an injured Eagle on the play, as Riley said. We'll try and get that number. Welcome back to Issaquah High School. As there's 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The injured Eagle on the play was number 25, Ethan Copel. Looks like Ray Little's in for Copel, who gets to carry up the middle all the way out to the 40-yard line for an Issaquah first down.
Garfield only has a 3-man front. Their linebackers need to step up, or they should put another man on the line.
Usually with that 3-man front, you see a lot of blitzes on the outside, but I haven't seen any yet so far.
Yeah, it's something to consider for the coaching staff of the Bulldogs.
Near takes the snap and hands it off again to Littles, who finds some room around on the right-hand side for a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up at the Garfield 35-yard line.
Issaquah is known to be a passing team, but to me, it looks like they're rushing the ball most of the time. Other than that one deep pass to Shipley for a touchdown.
Yeah, there's just been that one deep pass attempt. I haven't seen much else from them. It looks like the ground game's working for them so far. Shotgun set for Neary here. 3 wide receiver out to the left. Looks right for Derek Chapman, who's streaking across the middle. Catches the ball. Speeds down the middle into the end zone for a touchdown.
How easy can this defense make it?
Yeah, it looks like it was the Bulldogs dropped into zone coverage there, and Chapman just split them. Once he caught the ball, just ran right into the end zone untouched. Jason Schwartz on to try the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 Issaquah here with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Issaquah has been able to pass and run the ball pretty easily on this Garfield defense right now. What adjustments do you see and do you think the Garfield defense should make?
Garfield really needs to put pressure on the quarterback. That's what it comes down to. The running back isn't touched until 4 yards down the field, and there's no pressure on the quarterback. It seems pretty easy to me.
Yeah, it seems like they might need to send a few extra blitzers in their packages. Back to return for the Bulldogs is number 23, Antoine Patton. One of our key players that we pointed out before the game. Hasn't done much so far, and neither has this entire Bulldogs team.
I look for Antoine Patton to get more involved on the offense, get more carries.
Yeah, they'll need him to get more involved. They want any chance at winning this.
They need anything right now to spark some momentum.
True. Jason Schwartz about 5 yards back from the football. Set the kickoff, and he pooches left. Looks like they're avoiding Patton so far. Number 27 takes it up the middle, finds a little bit of room, and gets out to the 35-yard line. The Garfield offense will take over at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10 right there.
With this tight Garfield set, Issaquah is able to keep 8 or 9 in the box.
Yeah, stuffing them on every run play. Number 5 rushes it out for about around the right side for about a 5-yard gain on the play. Number 5, Winfred Robinson. That's a weird set Garfield's got in the backfield. It looks like 2 guys are waiting for the snap at once. Looks like a little bit of wildcat, but a little bit of shotgun as well. Maybe that's what's resulted in the 2 fumbles.
Yeah. Issaquah's really cramming the line. They're only putting 1 guy on the receiver, and the safety's playing the run. hard to find running room.
Winfred Robinson hands off to a Garfield Bulldog who gets about 1 yard on the play. It'll be third and about, looks to be 3 or 2 on the play. Almost looks like Tim Tebow back there, number 15.
Yeah, it does.
That tight set.
New quarterback.
I've never seen that formation before. The 2 guys waiting for a snap at once. It's crazy. Winfred Robinson takes it over the left-hand side.
Got it.
Is stuffed, but gets the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line.
Everything coming on the ground for the Bulldogs. Issaquah is going to eventually stop them. The Bulldogs really need to get a passing game going.
Yeah. With this running game, the Eagles know they're going to run it, and they're just stuffing 8, 9 guys in the box with a deep safety. Not looking good for the Bulldogs so far, but a first down, so the drive will continue.
Again, the 2 quarterbacks set.
The tight, looks like 3 tight ends almost, and another fumble. Looks like a scramble for the ball at the bottom of the pile, and it'll be 2nd down as Garfield recovers right there.
Wow, Garfield is getting lucky early that Issaquah isn't recovering these fumbles.
3 fumbles so far for the Bulldogs, all recovered by the Bulldogs as well. Garfield looks to be quarterback. Number 15 comes out of the game. Garfield players looking for the play on their sleeves. Looks like Winfred Robinson will line up at quarterback right now. Or not. Direct snap to number 44. Amon Edwards on the carry.
These 3rd and long situations are going to be tough because they have no passing game. They're not going to be able to rush the ball for more than 10 yards.
Yep, haven't so far. Looked like Robinson was going to get that snap, but Amon Edwards just took it, ran around to the right side, got about 3 yards, but just stuffed and thrown down. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the Garfield 48-yard line.
No wide receiver.
On 3rd and 10, man, that's too risky. Winfred Robinson looks back to pass. No receivers open, and is sacked. Brought down in the backfield.
He never had his head up
For about a 5-yard loss.
He was thinking run all the way. The pressure of the Issaquah front got to him.
He's found no time to throw the ball. They found no time to throw the ball on their 3 pass attempts. Garfield's offense looks jumbled up right now. Maybe that's why we've seen 12 different rushers on this season for the Bulldogs. Number 14, Dominic Jones back to punt. Issaquah takes it at their own 30-yard line. Up the right side, finds some room. Past the 50, brought down. Looked like a horse collar, and there is a flag thrown. The ball is marked out at the Bulldog 45-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
The Bulldogs cannot afford to give up penalties like this. This is going to be an added 15 yards to the play, and they need a stop, or else this game could be over before the first quarter ends.
As you see there, number 17, Keegan O'Keefe, taken down by a horse collar tackle. It'll add 15 yards on the play if that indeed is the call. And that is the call against Garfield.
Garfield seems to have no energy right now. They're deflated offensively and defensively. They need a stop. They need something to inspire them.
Add 15 yards onto the return, and that will bring the ball down to the Garfield 31-yard line. That's right where the Issaquah offense will take over, and we see a new quarterback in the game, Cam Humphrey. Think they're resting their starters, getting ahead early.
Yeah, that's crazy. Resting their starters after 10 minutes of play.
Humphrey finds a wide open receiver down the middle. Touchdown, Issaquah. That coverage again by Garfield, accidental.
Yeah. These Bulldogs are getting crushed.
Man, it's like they don't even see the wide receiver streaking down the middle of the field right there.
And again, the quarterback could have set up a lawn chair, took a nap as he had so much time.
Looks like number 6 on the touchdown reception. That is Chris Eagles, the senior wide receiver. Jason Schwartz on to attempt the extra point to make it 21-0. Issaquah. The snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good.
If this continues, we could end up seeing 3rd and 4th string players coming in pretty soon.
That's tough. Might be a running clock situation soon, and it's not even the end of the first quarter. But with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the first quarter, it's Issaquah up 21-0 on the Garfield Bulldogs. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Issaquah High School, where your Eagles are up 21-0 on the Garfield Bulldogs. Jason Schwartz about to kick off. Pooches it to the right side. Number 10 catches it for Garfield, but is brought down right where he caught the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Garfield Bulldogs at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, Issaquah's dominating in every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. It's almost getting embarrassing.
Garfield's had probably as, 10, 20 yards on total yards on the night? No return yards, nothing.
No more than that for sure.
Issaquah looking staunch here on defense so far. The line's getting plenty of penetration.
I've never seen linemen with wristbands before. It's interesting.
Garfield's whole offense is interesting. 2 quarterbacks lining up for the snap. There's number 5, Winfred Robinson, getting out to about the 31-yard line for about a 4-yard gain on the play. In all my years of watching football, I've never seen an offense like this. Tight set, 2 quarterbacks waiting for the ball. I mean, it's crazy. Winfred Robinson on the carry there. About a 4-yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs with 1 minute and 30 seconds. Excuse me, 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
This
Tough
offense.
running there by the Bulldogs. Looks like it's close. Close to a first down.
This offense is becoming really predictable as they seem to be running the same play over and over again. Seems to me that Issaquah has probably their JV defense in right now.
The officials stop the clock right here to, looks like to measure if it's a first down or not. Also to reset the clock. And here comes the chain gang. And it looks like it will be looks like a first down from here. And it is a first down.
It was close.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 37-yard line.
That's only their second first down of the game.
Yeah. Really get nothing here on offense.
These are all second-string defenders, and they're doing a pretty good job stopping this team.
Yeah, Garfield's getting no push on the line either. I mean, their running backs and quarterbacks are getting hammered in the backfield. Stood up at the line of scrimmage. There's been no holes created for the backs of Garfield. They've had to really create them themselves.
And they have number 15 and number 5 back as quarterback once again.
But there is a wide receiver out to the right. Winfred Robinson takes it out the right-hand side, has some space, knocks right into an Issaquah defender, but not, and it stopped right there after a 4-yard gain on the play.
Number 5, he's a good athlete. He's a quarterback, but he puts his head down. He trucks through people.
As you can see there, just a simple sweep to the right-hand side. Robinson, tough running right there.
Solid power run.
Looks like it'll be 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs
They need to
on
get
their own 43-yard line.
They need to get that one breakaway run. They're in desperate need of one.
Robinson, tough running again, but it looks like he will get nowhere. Stuffed in the backfield by the Issaquah defenders, and that will bring it to the end of the first quarter. Issaquah's up 21-0 here on the Garfield Bulldogs. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Issaquah High School as the second quarter is just about to begin with the Garfield offense, 3rd and 4. Winfred Robinson hands it off to number 32, Liam Albright, with a few tough yards there.
I think you have to go for it now. You can't afford to give it back to them.
Yeah, it looks like the Garfield offense will stay on the field for 4th and 2. Garfield offense looking at the sideline for the play. Gets it in, looking at their wristbands. Winfred Robinson in the backfield has been pounding the ball well all night.
2 QBs again.
The snap does go to Robinson, who finds no room and is stuffed right there. Issaquah will take over on downs as Winfred Robinson really finds no room. Looked like he was going to get some yards there, but again, the Issaquah line just swarmed down.
Garfield's had more success on sweeps, not up the middle, because they're pounding the middle.
Yeah.
Everyone's lined up on that center.
Yeah, that's a good point. The sweeps have been working well for the Bulldogs. Jack Neary back at quarterback for the Eagle offense with Ray Littles in the backfield with him. It's a shotgun set. One wide receiver out to Neary's left. Looks like 2 wide receivers out to his right and a tight end on his right. Neary takes the snap, hands to Littles, who finds no room. That's a great play by number 45 on Garfield.
Solid tackle by number 45.
Looked like it could have, Issaquah could have been running the read option there, but number 15, Juan Saldina, stayed home right there. Got a great tackle. It'll be second and about 7 for the Eagles. Neary takes back, play action. Down the middle of the field. Wide open, the tight end. Who is in for the touchdown? Great play action there by Jack Neary and the Issaquah offense, who finds a streaking tight end down the middle for, once again, another touchdown.
Yeah, the Garfield defense is in a cover 2, and they're playing wide towards the sideline, leaving the middle wide open.
Again, no pass rush, and they weren't able to bring number 84 down on the play, Mac Nisbet. Jason Schwartz on to try for the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-0 here at Gary Moore Stadium as Issaquah leads Garfield with 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21. Issaquah and Jason Schwartz just about set to kick off here. Up 28-0 after a beautiful touchdown pass to Mac Nisbet from Jack Neary. Antoine Patton takes it on the return, spins, gets out to about the 22-yard line before he is stopped by a swarm of Eagle defenders.
Showed some good moves on that play, but you can't go anywhere because there's 10 of them swarming him.
Looks like a better return than he has previously in this game, though. Nice spin move. And another juke, gets out to the 23-yard line before the Eagle defenders are there to stop him.
I feel Garfield needs to put in a few other formations on offense. It's becoming really predictable.
Look for them to try another sweep play here. I mean, that's been working well for them so far.
Again, 2 quarterbacks.
Winfred Wilson takes it out to the left side, fights hard for the 2-yard gain on the play.
See, there was room around the edge. Everyone's in the middle. Why run it up the middle? Take it around the edge. There's a lot of open space. And number 5, he's a good athlete.
Yeah, that was a good. It's better than running it straight up the middle. I mean, he got a little bit of an angle down the left-hand side, but I still think that sweep play is going to work out well for them.
Their DNs are coming straight in. You go around them, and there's no one to beat.
Looks almost like a Wildcat offense of sorts. Play action. 15 looks deep. 4 wide receiver, number 6, who catches it on the play. Big gain, and a late flag comes in.
I think this could be offensive pass interference.
That's an awful late flag, though.
It looked as if number 5 pushed him down, but I'm not certain. Yeah, indeed, that is the call. Offensive pass interference.
Offensive pass interference.
Tough break for the Bulldogs as they had their first big play of the night. A nice throw out to the left-hand side. Put it up for grabs. And 6 came down with it. But after he ran over an Issaquah defender.
It was a pretty obvious call for the refs to make. He blatantly pushed them.
Yeah, not going to argue with that one. Number 6, Torrance Baker on that play.
Yeah, this is a Wildcat offense. Wildcat works when used with the element of surprise, not as your main offense.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll be second and about 20 here for the Bulldogs at their own 12-yard line. Robinson takes it, looks to throw, and does as he floats up a pass, but no one in the area as it looks like the intended receiver fell down on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs at their own 13-yard line.
He had an open receiver, but he waited too long. The coverage got there. He had to throw that away.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of just lofted it up there instead of kind of directing it in there with precision accuracy, as there was no wide receiver in the area.
That's what happens when you only have two eligible receivers. It's easy to cover.
Third and 20 here for the Bulldogs as they go with their Wildcat set. 2 quarterbacks. I want to call them running backs now. Finally, a sweep play out to the left for Robinson, who finds some room down the left field side. And he's still going all the way out to his own 40-yard line.
Like I said, the sweep is way more open than up the middle.
Great play call by the Bulldog coaches as Garfield gets out to their own 38-yard line on about a 25-yard gain on the play. The biggest gain of the night.
Good lead blocking by the running backs, too, and the tight end. Big guy number 88.
25-yard gain on the play for the Bulldogs.
Michael Bradford Hall on the block there, the big tight end, number 88. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Robinson in the backfield. Receives the ball, goes straight up the middle. Finds a little bit of space, but is then stopped by the Issaquah linebackers. Looks like about a 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's thrown in the area of holding. And indeed it is holding, so that is another penalty that will bring back the Bulldog offense. 2 big penalties on this drive already, amounting to 20 yards lost on this drive. Nothing going the Bulldogs' way here, but looks like they're starting to find some kind of offense as Robinson just broke off that huge 25-yard run.
Yeah, but this penalty could really hurt them.
They came back from it last drive. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Bulldog offense as the penalty moved them back all the way to their 28-yard line. Winfred looks to pass, finds no room, scrambles, but is dropped down right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's a little slow to get up. That'd be a huge loss for the Bulldog offense.
Looked like it could have been a knee injury.
As you see, Winfred just finds no room.
Yeah,
and then gets
straight
hammered.
To the knee.
Yeah. Slow to get up.
Pressure on the tackle for the Eagles.
But he does, and there's an injured Eagle on the play. Roll out to the left side. Number 15 looks deep for Torrance Baker again, who jumps. It looks like he jumped a little bit too early as the ball sails over his head. But good effort by number 6, Torrance Baker.
Yeah, Torrance Baker looks much bigger than the corner. They need to get it to him. Just throw it up to him, he'll catch it, but the passes aren't accurate.
So that will bring up another 3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs here. Two guys in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Robinson gets it, sweep right, tries to find room, coming back to the middle. But he can't, and as he is stopped for about a 5-6 yard gain on the play. That'll bring up a 4th and 15 for the Bulldogs at their own 33
Looks like
yard
their punt
line.
team's coming out.
Would you go for it here, down 28-0, second quarter?
I wouldn't. Likely you're not going to get it, giving Issaquah an easy touchdown.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want any more points up on the board. Number 14, Dominic Jones back to punt. But before the ball is snapped, the Issaquah sideline gets a timeout. Call in. With 7 minutes, 34 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, Issaquah leads Garfield 28-0. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21. And we're back here as Garfield sets a punt. The snap is fumbled, though. It's number 14, Dominic Jones, gets some room out to the right side, but is brought down on the play by number 52, Matt Sarkozy. And that's a turnover on downs for the Bulldogs as another miscue happens on the play. Excuse me, Dominic Lewis right there on the fumbled snap and return. The Issaquah offense will start at the Garfield 40-yard line, 1st and 10, where Jack Neary will come out with Ray Littles flanking him to the left in the backfield as they set up in a shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and a tight end on the right side. Neary calls for the ball, hands it off to Littles, who finds no room on the play and is brought down in the backfield. Looks like he lost the ball at the end of that play, but the ball and runner is called down.
Yeah, that was good penetration by the Bulldogs.
0-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the Garfield 40-yard line.
I'm surprised they still have Neary in the game.
Again, 45 there on the stop for Garfield. He's been getting some good penetration all night. But Neary drops back, looks out to his right, finds an open guy in the flat who gets out of bounds for about a 3-yard play. That's number 6, Chris Eglin.
Neary has some zip on his passes.
Yeah, throws a tight spiral, looks nice out there.
Yeah, and he's tall. He seems to have the size needed to be a quarterback.
Yep, stands tall in the pocket, is a great pocket passer. It'll be about 3rd and 7 here for the Eagles. Neary rolls out left, looking to his left, and he finds a wide open receiver who gets it all the way down to the 20-yard line. That's his favorite target. Number 10, Tommy Nelson.
He's made passes from the pocket and on the run. He looks good in both ways.
Forced out of bounds by right.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Garfield 20-yard line, just outside the red zone right here. Neary hands it off to Littles, who finds no room, and it's brought down for about a, looks like 6-yard loss on the play. Wow. Make it 7.
Finally seem to be getting some penetration, stop them on the run. They could have used this earlier in the game.
Yeah, great penetration there by the Garfield line and linebackers. That brings up a 2nd and about 16 or 17 yards for the Eagles. Neary takes the snap, looks left, but is pressured and is brought down in the backfield. More pressure applied there by the Garfield line as Neary is dropped for about a loss of 7 or 8 yards on the play.
That's the first sack for the Bulldogs this game.
Showing great penetration on this drive as they've had 3 tackles for losses. That brings up a 3rd and 25 for the Eagle offense. Jack Neary shouting signals at his line. Calls for the ball. Looks like Garfield jumped off sides right there. Number 72, Tyrell Cummings. Indeed, that is the call.
Offsides on Bulldogs.
And it will make it a 3rd down and 20 for the Eagles at the Garfield 30-yard line.
3rd and 20. Eagles.
Neary takes the snap, play action, looks deep left for a receiver. And that is caught by Tommy Nelson. Neary's favorite receiver, touchdown Eagles.
Neary, Tommy Nelson.
Kind of threw up a jump ball there. Tommy Nelson went up and got it.
Yeah, that's just a great player going up, making a play. Impressive catch.
There's really nothing else the Garfield defensive back could have done right there. I mean, Tommy Nelson went up, showed his great hands, came down with the ball for another touchdown.
I guess that's why he is his favorite receiver.
Exactly. Jason Schwartz on here to try the extra point to make it a 35-0 Issaquah lead.
We've seen a lot of extra points today.
Garfield's defense looks like it's improving, though, with the rush. I mean, 3 tackles for loss on that play. But their secondary looks a little bit rusty. The snap is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good. That makes it 35-0. Issaquah here at Gary Moore Stadium. 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21.
Michael Radford Hall. Receive.
Welcome back to Issaquah High School as the Eagles just capped off a short touchdown drive on a Neary pass to Tommy Nelson. Here's Antoine Patton on the return, finds some space out of the left-hand side. Gets out to the 37-yard line. Looks like the ball popped out at the end of the play, but the refs ruled he was down. Garfield gets the ball on their own 37-yard line, and that is where their offense will come on the field and start.
I think this is the best field position Garfield has all game to start a drive. Hopefully they can get their first points of the game.
Yeah, hopefully they can drive down the field right before halftime, put some points up on the board to make a statement.
They need some sort of momentum going into the half.
Garfield's fumble recovered by Issaquah.
Again, the Wildcat formation for the Bulldogs. Number 5, Winfred Robinson gets it on a sweep play to the right. Jersey getting tugged on by Issaquah defenders and is brought down at his own 40-yard line. Looks like about a 3-yard gain on the play right there for Winfred Robinson. Second and 7 coming up for the Bulldogs offense. All the players getting in the play calls on their sleeves. Number 15 takes the ball. Play action. Looks deep right for number 6, Torrance Baker, and it's completed. And he's still on his feet, fighting all the way down to the Issaquah 31-yard line for a first down. Great play action play right there by the Bulldog offense.
He is a talented receiver. They just need to get him the ball. I think that's his first catch.
Yeah, the other one got called back for pass interference. That's his first catch on the day.
He looks like he's fast and strong. He broke a few tackles after that catch. They just need to get him the ball in space.
First and 10 for Garfield. at the Issaquah 31-yard line. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Winfred Robinson takes it left, sweep out of the left-hand side and gets nowhere. Gain of 0 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 once the Garfield offense gets set back at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the sweep play is getting a little stuffed up now. Issaquah is really waiting for it on defense now. And the officials' whistles blow as Garfield calls for a timeout with 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Issaquah leads Garfield 35-0. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Issaquah High School as the Bulldogs are with their best field position in the game. As Antoine Patton gets the ball out to the right side and gets nowhere on the play as a swarm of Issaquah defenders finds him in the backfield for a loss of about 5 yards on the play.
He needs to put his head down and take a couple extra yards, not back up. They can't afford to lose 4 yards like they did on that play.
Yeah, just looking for any extra space he could get, but could find none because of the Issaquah defenders. It'll be 3rd and about 14 yards for the Bulldog offense on the Issaquah 35-yard line. Pass complete there.
Striker's pass completed. Timeout is
Looks like a timeout called by Issaquah right there. Only a gain of about 5 on the play, which brings out up a 4th and 10. It'll be 4th and 10 for the Bulldogs here, as it looks like they're going to go for it. As the teams come back set to the line of scrimmage after Issaquah timeout. Again, a Wildcat set for the Bulldog offense. Play action. 15 looks left up the sideline and overthrows his intended wide receiver. And it will be a turnover on downs yet again for the Bulldog offense.
On 4th down like that, you need to give your receivers a chance to go get the ball.
Yeah, I haven't seen a play that hasn't been a play action or a run yet. I mean, I haven't seen a straight up pass play.
I doubt we will see it.
Looks like some halftime adjustments are in store for the Bulldogs, but they did a great job of moving the ball on that play, on that drive, as they got down into their best field position of the game.
First and 10 on 31-yard line.
It'll be first and 10 on the 31-yard line for the Issaquah offense as Jack Neary and company come out to start this drive with just a little over 1 minute remaining in the half.
Like to see some of their 2-minute offense.
Motion to the right. Neary looks left for a screenplay set up to the tight end. Mac Nisbet, who gets about 2 yards on the play. They'll bring up about a 2nd and 8 for the Eagles with about 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Neary gets the ball, looks left. Deep pass over the middle. That is picked off by number 44 on the Garfield defense, still on his feet, and returns it all the way out to his own 42-yard line. A late flag on the play.
That ball was way underthrown. If he threw that over the top, that's an easy touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like Tommy Nelson was coming on the left with a post route. But then Neary decided to go over in the middle to it looked like Chris Eagles, and he just underthrew the wide receiver. The interceptions by number 44, Amon Edwards. Great job of sticking with the play.
Garfield's not going to be able to do anything with these 23 seconds. They don't have the threats down the field to throw to.
But the 10-yard penalty at the end of the play gives Garfield the ball right in front of the 50-yard line mark. Play action, looks deep to Torrance Baker, who goes up for the ball and comes down with the catch all the way down to the 25-yard line.
I am very
impressed.
impressed.
Looks like a timeout by Garfield with 14 seconds remaining. Great play right there by the Garfield offense. Just threw it up there for Torrance Baker. Came down with the catch. So Garfield will get the ball and will have the ball on the Issaquah 25-yard line with 14 seconds remaining in the half. They still have one timeout remaining, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be first and 10. Garfield.
That was a great catch. I'm really impressed with him. I just wish they could get him the ball more.
Yeah, those jump balls seem to be working so far for the Garfield offense. I mean, they've thrown up a couple. Some have been called back, but that one worked out well. What do you think they do here with their play call?
I mean, I think you have to take a shot to the end zone. Maybe get a sweep, try and get out of bounds, but that's pretty risky.
Looks like a wildcat formation again for the Bulldogs.
Watch number 6. I guarantee it's going to him.
Winfred Roberson and number 15 in the backfield for Garfield. 15 looks right to number 6. Oh, who fumbles the ball at the end of the play? It looks like it's recovered by Issaquah. And indeed it is. Just when it seemed like the Garfield offense was about to put some points up on the board, the Issaquah defense causes a fumble and recovers, giving them the ball with 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Looks like they'll just sit on the ball here and run out the clock. Tough break for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It was a solid drive. 2 good plays by number 6.
Sampson's fumble was recovered by Issaquah.
And I've been mistaken. It was number 6 is Mohammed Ugana.
He would have been
And
better off.
indeed, Issaquah just kneels right here. Excuse me, what were you saying?
He would have been better off just going out of bounds on that play. He tried to fight for extra yardage. Get out of bounds, take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, it cost him some points right there. Tough first half for the Bulldogs, and a great first half for the Issaquah offense. We're out of time here in the first half, as it's 35-0 Issaquah at intermission. A rousing halftime show of fireworks on homecoming night. So, what are your keys to the second half here, Riley?
Yeah, my keys for Garfield is they need to get their passing game going. They've been 90% rushing. I feel like they've completed 2 or 3 passes so far. They need to get number 6 the ball. He's athletic and he's strong. They haven't been able to get him the ball enough so far.
Yeah, he's been able to go up for those jump balls, come down with them. He's been their best receiver so far. Also, Winfred Robertson has been great on the ground so far for the Bulldogs, as when he gets outside, he's been able to turn it upfield pretty quickly for the Bulldogs, but I think they'll have to have a little more of those sweet plays if they want any chance at winning this game. I think the goal here for the Bulldogs is just to improve as a team. I mean, it's not looking like you're going to win this game, but just improve as a team, work on your offense, defense. I think that's the main goal for the Bulldogs in the second half. And for the Eagles offense and defense, I think it's a good opportunity for some backups to get experience in. Work on that offense. Seniors aren't going to be here next year, so it's always good to get that experience.
Yeah, for the Bulldogs, it's always good to get a little bit of momentum going into the next game. They could use that. It would be deflating to lose.
Good point.
A huge blowout right here.
So it's important for them to get some points up on the board. Jason Schwartz just about set to kick off here, and he does. Pooches it to the right side to an Issaquah returner who breaks a couple tackles, gets past the 50-yard line, all the way down to the 46-yard line of the Eagles. That's where the Garfield offense will take over at the beginning of the second half. He was able to break a couple tackles there. Get past the 50-yard line, and this will be the best starting field position for the Bulldogs all night. Let's see if they can put some points up on the board. They start with 2 players in the backfield. Winfred Robertson gets it off the right side, breaks a couple tackles, gets down to about the 41 or 42-yard line. Solid 6-7 yard gain on the play for the Bulldogs to start the second half.
I want to see the Garfield Bulldogs to start hustling up to the line. They take a lot of time in between plays. Time is not on their side.
Yeah, they need to start to get it going here, get kind of a tempo to their offense so they can just kind of play without thinking and just play their natural ability. And this team does have some natural ability.
See, last play, there was over 30 seconds in between each play. They need to get more plays in if they want to have any chance of getting back in this game.
Amon Edwards on the carry there to the left side for about a 2-3 yard gain on the play. Actually make that a 1 yard gain or no gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 on the series for the Bulldogs.
I just want to see them with more of a sense of urgency. They seem to be lackadaisical getting set up with their plays.
Here's Winfred Robinson, who hands it off close to the first down.
I think he got it.
Liam Albright there on the carry. Might be an and he did get the first down with a nice spot on the play. So that'll keep the drive alive for the Bulldogs, who haven't fared well thus far in the conference play. They've been outscored 81-14 thus far in King Cove 4A play, as Skyline beat them just last week 41-7, and Ballard beat them 2 weeks before 40-7. So 2 tough losses for this Bulldogs team, and it seems like they might be headed for another loss here.
You know, they're driving well right now. I can see them getting a touchdown on this drive.
Yeah, it'll be important for them to get some points up on the board. Winfred Robertson with the carry there. Nice carry there for about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up a second down and about 4 or 5 on the play. Again, like you said, there's just no tempo to this offense. I mean, they're slow getting up to the line. I mean, that'll be something that I could see them working on this week and in the coming weeks in practice.
Yeah, see, they've only run 4 or 5 plays, and they've already wasted 2.5 minutes.
Good point. 15 rolling out to the left. Looks to his left and just off the fingertips of Liam Albright, who couldn't haul that in there. That's 2 passes now that have gone off his fingertips.
That was a good pass by number 15. He's got to bring that pass in.
Yeah, keep the chains moving there. Was unable to hold on there. Looks like he had it for a second, but just couldn't hold on. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 4 for the Garfield offense. Looks like they're going with that double back set in the backfield, with Robertson looking like he's going to take the snap, and he does. Sweep to the right play. It's worked for them all night, but is stuffed right there by an Issaquah defender, is short of the first down.
Robertson Winfred on the carry. Taken down by Shipley.
About a 4 3-yard gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs.
Great power run.
Robertson Winfred
And they pick up the first down on the play.
Connor Smith on tackle.
Just under 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Garfield driving, have picked up a couple key 3rd down conversions on this drive. Rolling out to the left, number 15. Owen is picked off. A poor throw by 15 and 32. Cody Lamarck might take it all the way. 30-20 to the 10. Touchdown Issaquah. Number 32, Cody Lamarck with the interception. That will put up Issaquah 41-0 for the time being.
In their last 2 drives, they have 2 turnovers in the red zone. That cannot happen if you're trying to come back in this game.
That's a tough way to end that drive. That looks so promising for the Bulldog offense. Lamarck just stepped in front of the pass right there and was able to pick it off and return it all the way to the end zone. Just not a very strong pass. Didn't see Lamarck there. Liam Albright tried to take him down, but just couldn't. Nice block there by another Issaquah defender. And number 65 just wasn't able to catch him as Lamarck ran it all the way into the end zone for the score. Looks like Torrance Baker is down on the play, number 6 for Garfield. but he's walking off under his own power. Jason Schwartz on here to try for the extra point for Issaquah. Issaquah defense has been great all night. Stopping Garfield consistently. I think it's been, what do you think it's been more of a tough Garfield, a weak Garfield offense or a tough Issaquah defense?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think more of the fact that Issaquah has a great defense. They have good players all over the board. Solid D-line, good linebackers, just got an interception.
And the extra point goes off the upright, and it is no good. That will put the score at 41-0. Issaquah up on Garfield. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Issaquah High School, where the Issaquah defense just returned an interception to the house for a score, and that kickoff goes out of bounds, out of the end zone for a touchback. The Garfield offense will start on their own 20-yard line here with 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter. How do you think the Garfield offense will respond off that tough interception?
You know, I'll tell you what they have to do. They have to get a good drive going, but I don't know. It's tough to bounce back from that, and I feel like I've seen all of their plays. I feel like they have like 10 plays offensively.
Yeah.
They need to start shaking things up, get a new formation out there, give the ball to new people.
It's a running clock here at Issaquah High School, as the ball is fumbled in the backfield, but 15 controls it and hands it to Winfred Roberson for about a 9-yard gain on the play. Looks like there might be an injured Garfield lineman on the play. Number 65 comes limping off. Big man, number 74, comes rumbling in. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Garfield offense at their own 30-yard line. Garfield hasn't been the best in Kinko over the past couple years. They've had some talented players, but just tough going in conference play. Issaquah has been pretty solid over the last couple years. Who are some other teams that you've kind of seen step it up in Kinko play this year?
Yeah, Eastlake has been playing really good this year, and as well as Ball.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Drew Lewis has been key for that Eastlake team, and Ross Bowers has led that Bothell team to some key victories as they're 4-1, taking on some tough teams in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, Sam McPherson, running back for Bothell, he's looking really good this year.
Yeah, that Bothell team's loaded with juniors.
Yeah.
They got Ross Bowers, Jackson Kymig, as you said, Sam McPherson, Dazel Wilson at the wide receiver position. I think they could be a team that competes for that state title this year, along with Camas High School down in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, Sam's racking up like 3 touchdowns a game, rushing the ball really well, and on kick returns too.
Yeah, he's returned a couple kicks to the house this year for the touchdowns. I see him picking up some Division I offers, if not in the season, after the season. Here we got a Garfield 1st down at their own 40-yard line. Antoine Patton with the carry. That's the first time we've seen him get the ball from 15 this entire night. He gets No gain on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Again, just no tempo to this Garfield offense, but looks like Torrance Baker split out to the left, and that's where the quarterback is looking, but throws it up to Liam Albright, is a little bit overthrown, incomplete on the play, but the running clock brings the clock down to under 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Issaquah up 41-0 here at Gary Moore Stadium. 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldog offense. And as we were talking about Kinko right before this, Redmond's also looking good. They're 4-1 on the year, playing Inglemoor tonight, up 17-10 after halftime there. So they're looking to bring their in-conference record to 1-1. And their overall record to 5-1. 15 looks deep, and the pass is broken up by an Issaquah defender right there.
Could have been another interception for Issaquah.
Yeah, I just dropped it. Torrance Baker, the intended receiver on the play. Excuse me, number 6 is Jakari Sampson. Punt on the play by Dominic Lewis. O'Keefe on the return gets it out to his own 30-yard line, and that's right where the Issaquah offense will start. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21. Issaquah up big here, 41-0, 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. New quarterback in for Issaquah as Humphrey flings it out to the left flat. Looks like number 3 on the reception, Andy Coe. A 155-pound junior right there, so it brings up a 2nd and 9 from Issaquah's 31-yard line for the Eagles. Humphrey looking to the sideline for his play call. Gets it in, lets his line know. Ball is snapped, handed off to Coe. Finds some running room over the middle, keeps his legs pounding. Gets out to about the 39-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd and about 2 on the play. Excuse me, that was Kyle Densley on the carry, number 11 now into the game for the Eagles.
Humphreys, he's a talented sophomore. Could have some good years ahead of him.
Yeah, hopefully he can step in and replace Jack Neary after he graduates this year. Humphrey with the pass to the right flat to number 3, Andy Coe, who takes it across the 1st down marker for an Eagles 1st down. Looks like the backups are in now for the Eagles offense, as Humphrey is in, as Riley mentioned, a sophomore who's looking to get some key experience in his career so he can replace Jack Neary next year. He takes the snap, hands it off to his running back on the play, who gets nowhere as the Garfield line stops him right in his tracks. for no gain on the play.
Densley on the carry.
Kyle Densley on the carry right there.
Cummings on
Clock
the catch.
running and just under 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Humphrey looking to the sideline for a play call. Gets it in. Lets his offensive line know. Takes the snap. Looks like an option play. Showing some legs right there. Jukes the defender. Gets out to the Garfield 41-yard line and for another first down.
That was a great move by Humphrey. Totally juked him out.
Yeah, it looks like the read option worked well there. The whole defensive line bit for Kyle Densley as Humphrey kept it and got a first down. That play brings us to the end of the third quarter where Issaquah leads Garfield 41-0 here at Gary Moore Stadium. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21. Welcome back to Gary Moore Stadium where we are about to set to begin the fourth quarter. Issaquah driving on the Garfield 42-yard line. First and 10 from that spot on the field.
Yeah, that third quarter went by extremely fast.
Yeah, with the running clock, that's what's going to happen here as Issaquah's up 41-0. Antoine Patton looking up to the score booth, trying to get 12 minutes on the clock, and he does. Number 11, Kyle Densley breaks a run out to around the 33-yard line. Looks close to a first down, but there is a flag on the play.
I have a feeling that's a late hit. I saw a Garfield guy come in late,
Yeah.
take a cheap shot.
That did look like a late hit, and Kyle Densley looks a little shaken up on the play. Should be all right, though. He's a tough kid. As you can see on the replay here, Densley fighting for every yard. And number 17 just comes in, lowers a shoulder to the head of Densley.
Looked like a helmet-to-helmet contact. That's dangerous.
Yeah, tough blow right there. Here's the official call, and it is indeed helmet-to-helmet contact. Nice call, Riley. It'll be 15 yards added on to the end of the play, which was a first down in the first place. And that brings the ball all the way down to the Garfield 17-yard line. So the Issaquah offense in the red zone now. Cam Humphrey looking to execute in the red zone and get a touchdown on this drive.
Garfield has committed several more penalties than Issaquah has.
And they've been some big penalties too, the personal fouls. Humphrey hands it off to number 14, Andrew Sarkozy, another sophomore. So Humphrey and Sarkozy right there, both sophomores. You could be seeing them for multiple years to come. Down to the 11-yard line, and that's where it will be second down and about 4 for the Eagles. Humphrey takes the snap, hands it off to Sarkozy. He runs around the right side, but then is smashed down by Antoine Patton, among others, in the Garfield defense. It'll be about 3rd and 5 or 6 for the Issaquah offense on about the 13-yard line. Humphrey gets the play call in, lets his offensive line know. Sets up in kind of a pistol formation. Looks left, throws left. Looks like that is on the reception, number 22. Luke Watanabe. Looks like his first action of the game. It's short of the first down, though, and it'll be a 4th down and about 8.
I've got to say, Garfield's done a good job stopping them this drive in the red zone.
Yeah,
Playing
they're really
tough still.
They're really containing the Issaquah offense, not letting them get around the corners here.
Indeed. All they need is one more stop, one more play. Get the ball back, maybe get something going.
Humphrey takes the snap, looks left to number 17. Keegan O'Keefe, who has the pass tip off his hands, and the Issaquah offense will turn the ball over on downs. Garfield offense will have a 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. 85 yards ahead of them if they want to score a touchdown and get some momentum heading into their next game against Roosevelt. Their next game against Roosevelt will be at home this Thursday at 5 p.m. Roosevelt hasn't looked too impressive this year in Kinko, so that could be a game that Garfield could win. It's a matchup of the Seattle schools in the Kinko division. Winfred Robertson takes it off the left-hand side, sweep, finds some room, cuts up field, gets a nice gain of about 13 yards on the play, all the way out to his own 28-yard line.
O'Keefe on the tackle.
Winfred Robertson has gotten a lot of yards on those sweep plays tonight. That'll be something that the coaching staff looks to continue in their upcoming games this year.
He's had that same type of run many times this game. That's like their 7th or 8th time running that exact play.
Yeah, they've always, I can only remember like one play they got that stopped on, so. Yeah. I think that'll be important to keep running. But there's some yards up the middle there for Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson, he's really running strong still.
Yeah,
he's still fighting. Although they're down, he's still fighting.
That's a great point. He's showing great fight here in the 4th quarter as the clock's running, attacking those holes hard.
That's always good to see. Garfield's down by a lot, probably can't win the game, but they're all fighting, including their defense, their offense. It's what I like to see.
It'll be 2nd down and about 3 here for the Garfield offense from their own 35-yard line. And Robertson again with the sweep play to the right, but the play is called dead at the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play. It looks like illegal motion by the Garfield offense.
Winfred on the carry.
Nope, it's an illegal substitution on the Issaquah defense, which will move the ball 5 yards ahead to the 40-yard line and will give the Garfield offense another 1st down. Clock running here, under 8 minutes. 1st and 10 for the Garfield Bulldogs on their own 40-yard line. Play being called in, every player checks on his wrist. Again, no tempo to this offense. Robertson in the backfield looking for the snap. He gets it and sweeps to the left-hand side again. Cuts up field, breaks it all the way down to about the Issaquah 40-yard line.
Again,
great run by Winfred Robertson there.
Again, running the same play, and it goes for 20 yards again. That play has worked all game long.
I think they've complemented that well with the runs up the middle as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got those runs up the middle, which opens up the outside.
I mean, this game should be closer. They cheated themselves on 14 points with turnovers in the red zone. This game could be a lot different.
That's a good point.
Just some critical mistakes made by this Garfield offense.
And with those points, if Garfield would have scored them, I mean, that would have given their defense some extra confidence to stop this Issaquah offense. So, I mean, it's really a closer game than the score indicates.
Yeah, look for them to go back to the sweep right here.
Hand up the middle to Robertson, who breaks a tackle, stiff arms his way, still running hard, all the way down to the Issaquah 18-yard line. Again, Robertson with a strong run on the play.
He is their offense on this drive. He is looking really good.
Yeah, he's been in pretty much the offense the whole game besides number 6 on the outside who's won a couple jump balls. But Robertson's having a great game here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Issaquah 17-yard line. Big play and big gain on that play by Roberson, who gets the ball again, sweeps right, looking for a hole, finds a small one, but is stopped for about a 4 or 5 yard gain on the play. Again, Roberson still fighting tough here in the 4th quarter. The clock under 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Winfred on the carry.
They're
Stop by
driving.
Collins.
They just can't afford to have another mistake in the red zone. It'd be absolutely deflating.
It'll be 2nd and about 7 here for the Garfield Bulldogs. Down to the Issaquah 13-yard line, threatening to score here. Looks like Garfield has some miscommunication and calls a timeout. With 5 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter, Issaquah leads this one big, 41-0. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to Gary Moore Stadium, where the Garfield Bulldogs are knocking on the door of the Issaquah Eagles. Hand off to number 22, who takes it for about a 1 yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 7 on the play.
Surprised to not see Wilfred Robinson on that play. He's been their entire offense this drive.
Hamilton on the carry.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised not to see him out there either. So close to the goal line.
Stop.
He's
There he
back
is.
out there now. Look for him to get the ball on this play. Maybe a sweep again, as it's about a 3rd and 8 from the Issaquah 14-yard line. And indeed, Robertson gets the ball, looks over the right side, finds a hole, still driving, down to about the 11-yard line. Make that the 6-yard line.
Busting up the middle.
You know, I love the way the blocking is set up on that play. I think that's why it's working so well. They got a couple lead blockers out there. It's an effective play. He runs right behind the other quarterback, number 15. Plows his way, almost got a first.
Did get the first
did get
down,
the first
indeed.
down.
So it'll be 1st and goal on the 6-yard line for Garfield. Looking to get some momentum heading into their next week
First and
matchup
goal
against
on the 6-yard
the
line.
Roosevelt Rough Riders. 1st and goal from the 6.
If you ask me, I would run that sweep play to the top, to the left side. I feel like that'll work
Yeah,
here.
left side looks open. And indeed they do. Robinson looking for a hole, finds one, all the way down to, it looks about the 1.5 or 2 yard line. So a pickup of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Garfield Bulldogs, who are really knocking on the door now.
Sereno on stop. Well spotted
Coming
on
into the game, we didn't see much of Robertson's name on the stat sheet, but he's had a great game tonight.
Indeed, he has. He seems to be the life of their team. Probably the best athlete on their team. I think number 6 is a pretty good athlete too.
But another turnover right there. It looks like the ref might have been calling him down. Ooh, and that was close to another turnover for the Bulldogs in the red zone. The
That
ref
looks like a
spots him
fumble.
down. It did look like a fumble from up here, but the ref spots him down inside the 1 yard line. Look at the replay here. Definitely looked like the ball came out early,
The ball definitely came out.
as you can see on the replay.
Garfield dodged another bullet.
Garfield has the ball here, 3rd down, inside the 1 yard line. What do you think it means to this team if they pound this ball in for a touchdown?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, getting shut out, that's a horrible feeling as a team. I feel like they should have 14, 21 points. I mean, laying a goose egg right now, I mean, that's not good. They need to put some points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they've been so close to a couple scores. They've turned the ball over twice in the red zone. They've shown some good movement of the ball as they've thrown it up to number 6, who's gotten a couple 20-yard gains in his belt. And Winfred Roberson has also had a big game on the ground today.
Yeah, it's 41-0, but I see some promise in this team. They move the ball well. They have good athletes.
Yeah, with kind of a weak schedule coming up, I see them winning a couple games. And Winfred Roberson gets into the end zone for Garfield's first touchdown of the game.
I'm glad to see that. He's been balling all game, picking up those tough yards, getting around the edge. It's a good sight to see.
Yeah, Roberson gets in there for the touchdown for Garfield's first points on the night. He's been pounding it all game, and Garfield's been riding him all game, and they should have, honestly, more points right now. Roberson's got them into the red zone multiple times, but they just haven't been able to finish their drives off.
Although Issaquah does have them outmatched, this game's way closer than the scoreboard shows.
Definitely is. Aiden Newtall on to try for the extra point. Garfield still trying to figure out their PAT team right here. They indeed do get it figured out, as Nuttall sets up for the extra point. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is no good. So that'll make the score 41-6. Issaquah up here big. 3 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the game. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, Channel 21. Welcome back to Gary Moore Stadium, as Garfield just scored their first points of the game. Winfred Roberson capped off a nice drive for the Bulldogs with about a 2-yard touchdown run. And Issaquah returns this kickoff out to their 18-yard line. And that's where the offense will start, with just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game.
Taken down by Dale Baker.
So looking ahead for both teams, as I mentioned before, Garfield has a mediocre Roosevelt team next week at home. And Issaquah will travel on the road to Ballard next week, a game that will be played on the 18th at 5 p.m. in Memorial Stadium in Seattle. So that'll be a tough matchup for the Eagles, as Ballard just beat Garfield by a handy 33 points 2 weeks ago. But as you can see, Garfield's up, or Issaquah's up big here, 35 points. It'll be 2nd and 11 here for the Issaquah offense as they just try and run out this clock.
Gotta say, Issaquah's a fun team to watch. Their spread offense is exciting. They get the ball to their running back, get him into space, hit their wide receivers down the middle of the field. I can't wait to watch them going forward.
Yeah, and the thing is, Jack Gelatley didn't even play tonight. One of their best players on the team. We didn't see him tonight, so that was a bummer, but they did fine without him, as they're up 41-6 here, and Ray Little's filled in nicely for him, and Neary had a great game hooking up with his receivers a couple of times.
Yeah, they have solid receivers on this Issaquah team.
Tommy Nelson, Derek Chapman, 2 big ones. He also hooked up with Mac Nisbet, the tight end, a couple times. One of those for a touchdown down the seam.
Yeah, and let's not forget that first deep play to Jeff Shipley on the touchdown. That was their first big pass of the game.
Yeah, Shipley was wide open on that one, and that really just kicked out things for Issaquah and really gave them momentum. That's really never been slowed down by Garfield.
Yeah, they seem to have momentum all game.
So the clock is under 1 minute and 40 seconds here.
Over $1,100 was collected to go to Seattle's Children's Hospital. Congratulations, Issaquah. Thanks for your generosity. That's a lot of money.
Great fundraiser here at Issaquah, as you can hear over the PA system. at halftime of the homecoming game. The Miracle Minute worked out well for the Eagle faithful. Cam Humphrey set in the backfield here. Looks to his left. Excuse me, that's a new quarterback in, Jack Thomas Heinrichs.
There's delay of game penalty here, I would assume.
Under a minute left in this game. It'll be 4th down and about 9 for the Eagle offense, and we will bring on their punting unit.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more plays, and this game should be wrapped up.
Garfield will have a chance to score as they receive the ball. But it looks like the Eagle offense will just punt it away from Garfield's returner.
And this clock just continues to run. This might be the last play of the game.
Clock under 30 seconds now. The punt is high, goes out the back of the end zone, which results in a touchback and a safety. So Garfield puts up 2 more points on the board and will receive the ball with 23 seconds left in the half. It's 41-8. Issaquah big here at Gary Moore Stadium. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Clock will be set to 25 seconds as Garfield takes over at their own 45-yard line, it looks like. Officials trying to figure out what's going on here. But it will be a 1st down for Garfield. The ball will be placed on the Garfield 45-yard line. Excuse me, the Issaquah 45-yard line. Probably will be the last play of the game here.
Probably a launch to number 6, big wide receiver.
Ball is snapped, rolls out to the right, and as Riley called it, a big throw to number 6, who goes up, catches the ball, and another jump ball, another great catch. Great call by Riley there.
Schwager's pass completed to Sampson. Taken down by
Schwager's pass completed to Sampson there. Looks like about a 30-yard gain on the play. Injured Eagle down, so the game will be prolonged.
That injury will give Garfield another chance to score another touchdown before the end of this game.
Yeah, 15-yard line or 17-yard line, I could see that.
By picking up at least 3 pieces of trash on your way out. Really appreciate it to help clean up the stands. 3 pieces of trash.
As we wait for the injury here, Issaquah's up big, 41-8 with 17 seconds remaining in the game. You're watching Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21. Welcome back to the beautiful Issaquah High School, where Garfield will most likely run its last play of the game here. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Issaquah 17-yard line for the Bulldogs after an injury timeout on the field. Two back set for the Bulldogs. Winfred Roberson fakes the pass. 15 passes it up. Ball is dropped. Clock will run. And the clock looks like it will run out. Under 5 seconds here. And it does indeed run out. Tough game for the Bulldogs here, but a monstrous romp by the Issaquah Eagles as they win it here, 41-8. Jack Neary had a great game through the air. Didn't have to play much of the second half because of the blowout. But Issaquah notches another win in their conference and will go to 3-0 on the year, 4-2 overall as Garfield falls to 1-5 on the year. Thank you to my partner Riley Brown with color commentary. I'm Marshall Charrington. You've watched Issaquah High School football on ICTV, channel 21.